Hello everyone. Today I'd like to share a very practical topic: how enterprises can implement a dual system in the AI era. Specifically, how to combine the two standards ISO 27001 and ISO 42001 and establish a management system that simultaneously governs information security and AI governance. Let's first talk about why a dual system is needed. 27001 already helps enterprises manage assets, access permissions, logs, incidents, and vendors. It turns information security requirements into policies, processes, and audit evidence, helping enterprises prove their information security management capabilities to the outside world. But what 42001 needs to address is identifying which AI the enterprise actually uses, in which business areas, assessing AI's impact on employees, customers, and business, and establishing transparency, accountability, human oversight, and continuous monitoring mechanisms. After combining them, security teams, AI teams, legal, and business can share a common management approach, and audits, client questionnaires, and regulatory communications can more easily form a unified narrative. So how do the two systems work together? The two standards actually share the same management framework, from organizational context, leadership, planning, support, operation, checking to improvement, but each focuses on different objects. 27001 focuses on information assets, systems, accounts, logs, vendor management, and turns controls into policies and evidence, forming a stable information security foundation. 42001 focuses on AI use cases, models, agents, training data, knowledge bases, and output impacts, turning AI risk assessment, impact assessment, transparency, and human oversight into daily management actions. Policies, internal audits, management reviews, training, and corrective actions are shared, and the same management rhythm can cover both systems. Next, let's talk about SOA, the Statement of Applicability. So it can be understood as a master table: what to manage, how to manage, who is responsible, and where the evidence is. In the AI era, SOA can no longer just list servers, databases, and terminals. You also need to manage models, agents, data, prompts, knowledge bases, and logs. For each object, you need to clearly state the responsible person, control measures, and evidence location. Management can directly ask 4 questions: who can modify prompts? Who can change models? Who can connect new knowledge bases? Who keeps the outputs and evidence? Moving on, how do controls get implemented? Within the same management system, 27001 focuses on security controls, and 42001 focuses on AI usage methods and impacts. For example, access permissions govern prompts, model releases, and agent permissions, requiring permission matrices, approval records, and least privilege settings. Incident management needs to cover biased outputs, unauthorized calls, and model drift, requiring incident tickets, root cause analysis, and rollback and remediation records. Data governance and impact assessment are led by the dual system and 42001 respectively. The typical implementation order is: first expand the SOA, then supplement the control matrix, and finally incorporate evidence into internal audits and management reviews. How should the organization operate? Use a joint governance mechanism to simultaneously manage information security and AI usage. Management determines scope, budget, priorities, and major exceptions. The governance committee reviews high-risk AI use cases, model changes, and major incidents. The security team is responsible for 27001, SOA, and control evidence. The technical team is responsible for models, knowledge bases, evaluations, and releases. Legal and compliance are responsible for impact assessment, transparency, contracts, and external requirements. Business owners are responsible for use cases, effectiveness goals, and human oversight arrangements. The quarterly operating rhythm has 5 steps: determine scope, conduct assessments, supplement controls, preserve evidence, and perform inspections. Regarding the implementation roadmap, the typical pace is to get the system running within 6 months. Phase 1 is diagnosis and scoping, confirming business scope, AI use case scope, gaps, and vendor lists. Phase 2 is system setup, rewriting SOA, unifying risk registers, updating policies and approval processes. Phase 3 is controls and evidence, completing key controls, impact assessments, and log retention. Phase 4 is audit preparation, conducting mock audits, filling gaps, and selecting certification bodies. As for whether a GRC platform is necessary, this depends on organizational size, the number of frameworks, and evidence complexity. A platform can help you automatically collect evidence, reuse controls, conduct vendor reassessments, and reduce last-minute evidence gathering. If you span multiple cloud platforms, have multiple teams collecting evidence together, simultaneously face multiple standards or a large number of client questionnaires, it's recommended to adopt a platform early. If the organization is relatively small with a single scope, you can also start lightweight with spreadsheets and process tools. The business value brought by the dual system is also very clear. More stable management, with clearer scope and roles, and more orderly launches and changes. Easier client recognition, with faster due diligence, and easier security questionnaire responses. Less effort for audits, with more concentrated evidence and easier closure of remediation items. AI projects are also more likely to be implemented, because high-risk projects have review mechanisms, business teams have clearer boundaries, and management can make decisions more easily. Finally, I suggest starting with these 5 things. First, define the scope clearly, specifying which business areas, models, agents, and data should enter the dual system. Second, write the SOA first, formally incorporating AI-related objects into asset and control scope. Third, establish AI risk assessment and impact assessment mechanisms. Fourth, turn logs, permissions, testing, approvals, and remediation records into a stable evidence stream. Fifth, make system building simultaneously serve client due diligence, audits, and business implementation. That's all for today. I hope this helps everyone with dual system implementation in the AI era. Thank you for watching.